guys, what is up? This is Barak here bringing you another video from Univac Gaming. Today we're going to talk about a defensive guide for arms warriors. Playing defensive can save you from winning a match in any PvP situation, such as arena or any of the battlegrounds. When I was trying to get better as a warrior, I never could find a video explaining when to use our defensives. After many deaths, I have learned the proper way to use our defensives. That is what Univac is here for. We're bringing you new content that you've never seen before, and we want you guys to get as good as we are, and if not better. Today I promise that all of you will learn something new, and hopefully all of you will be able to take a ton of damage after this video. So first off, I want to say this is a basic guide. The reason it's basic is because everything in PvP is situational. I'm giving you guys a basic way of using these defensives. So don't use them like this all the time. It may change once you find out other situations in a PvP situation. Most classes and most warriors think that we only have 3 defensives. Well, sadly, they're all wrong. Warriors have a lot of defensives. In fact, we have 16 defensives. Some of you might think that I'm crazy for saying this. If you think I am, then stay tuned because I'm going to teach you something that you've never known. First off, you want to be in defensive stance. Defensive stance decreases any damage taken by 25%. For the majority of the time, you want to be in this stance. It sucks because you can't generate a lot of rage like you would in battle stance, but it will help you in the long run. Make sure you are in this stance when you are being focused. If not, you can easily die in a global cooldown. Next, let's go over the main defenses we have as warriors. Those 3 I was talking about earlier. We have Die by the Sword, Shield Wall, and Rallying Cry. Die by the Sword can help you in many ways. I see a lot of warriors use the defensive wrong. Die by the Sword increases the parry chance by 100% and reduces damage taken by 20%. This all lasts for 8 seconds. I see a lot of warriors look over that 100% parry part. In order to parry in World of Warcraft, you have to be facing the melee target. So if you see another warrior blade storming, Die by the Sword is a good choice to use against it, because as long as you are facing the blade storm, the other warrior is doing 0 damage to you. You can also use Die by the Sword to save you from something else, such as range, because of that 20% reduced to damage, it still works against range. I like to use Die by the Sword mostly when a melee is bursting me. If there are no melee attacking me, then you want to use it around 50% to 40%. I say 50% health if more than one target is attacking you, 40% health if it's only one target and you're about to kill that target. Also use it at 40% if you have a healer spam healing you. Basically, they're spamming flash flood on you trying to keep you up. In arena, use it around 50% for sure. Use it at 50% health for sure, because you are probably getting focused really hard. If you're not getting focused really hard, if it's just from dots, don't use it, don't waste it. If you notice that you are taking a ton of damage really fast, then use it at that 50% mark. Next defensive we have is Shield Wall. Shield Wall is a huge defensive for us. It reduces damage by 40% and this lasts for 12 seconds. I usually use this around 35% health. So you might ask, why 35%? Well, because that is when our second wind begins to heal you for 3% every second. Usually when I'm about to hit 35%, I ask my healer, do I need to pop wall? And I ask this several times so that he can hear it, and if he says yes, I do so. If he says no, I hope to God he can heal me through the oncoming damage. If I notice I'm still going down, I'll end up using it. Our last major defensive is Rallying Cry. Rallying Cry can save you and your teammates. It grants you and all party members within 30 yards 20% of their maximum health, and this lasts for 10 seconds. After that 10 seconds is done, the health is lost. I usually use this to help my healer out with healing. Usually I need to use this when one of us is getting focused really hard and it helps him heal that person up. This seems to help my healer a lot. It lets him think better and it seems to make him less pressured. A few other defenses that we have are some distance closers. These can be used great for playing defensively as well as offensively. Defensively, we can LOS a ranged target or kite a melee around. For our distance closures, we have Heroic Leap, which allows you to jump away from incoming damage and LOS around a pillar. This has a 40-yard range, so we can jump really far away from the enemy targets. Another distance closer is Intervene. Basically, we can intervene our healer to LOS or even a banner. You can use this in combination with Heroic Leap and get all the way across an arena map. It'll take some practice though. It takes a lot. Speaking of banners, we actually have one banner that can help us play defensively. It is called Demoralizing Banner. All the enemies within 30 yards of this banner will have their damage decreased by 10%. This lasts 15 seconds. That is a huge defensive for us. We also have a charge. Yes, charge can help us defensively. If there's anything to charge and our team wants to play defensively, I will charge it. Firstly, we make a designation of where we want to play defensively. Say we want to play defensively around that pillar to the left of us, so we'll play defensive around that pillar. And if I can use charge to get there, then I will. Now we have a few random defenses. We have Disarm. This takes away any enemy's weapon for 8 seconds. Make sure to use this on a melee target. Don't use it on a ranged target because it's not going to do much. It's not going to really do anything. Or you can use it on a hunter that isn't Beast Mastery. Disarm can prevent oncoming damage and can prevent from CC happening from a hunter such as Frozen Trap or Silencing Shot. You can use it on a Beastmaster hunter. The only reason I say not to is because if you're trying to stop oncoming damage, you don't want to use it on a hunter, you want to use it on the melee target. But if you're trying to stop oncoming damage from, say, a marksman hunter or survival hunter, then you can use it on the hunter. We also have Commanding Shout. Commanding Shout is only useful if a priest healer's buff got dispelled, purged, or spell stealed. Then you can use this to help the team have more health. So you're basically replacing it with your Commanding Shout. You're replacing their thing with Commanding Shout and giving them health. Intimidating Shout can be used as defensive also. You can use this as a CC if the enemy targets are bursting. If you use it as a CC while they're bursting, this will either force a trinket or they'll sit in it and it will stop their burst. They won't burst you. If it forces the trinkets, then your teammates can add in another CC or you can stun them, also helping your teammates CCing them. Which gets me into the next defensive, stuns. As a warrior, we have two stuns, Shockwave and Stormbolt. These both are helpful in many ways. You can stop CC and you can stop any incoming damage, and they can allow you to go offensive. I don't normally use Stormbolt since I'm mainly playing WMP or Warrior Mage Priest, but I would use this with KFC just for more CC. KFC uses a lot of CCs for their comp. Shockwave helps my mage set up CCs on healers, especially druids. Just practice with these stuns, figure out what you like best, and use that. You don't have to use a certain combination for a certain comp. If you like using Stormbolt with WMP, then use Stormbolt. It's up to you. We have 3 final defensives, and there are 2 Spell Reflects and Vigilance. Every warrior has Spell Reflect. I try to use this Reflect as a CC. It's good to use when you're getting focused by a mage though, or any range class. You can use that Spell Reflect. Mass Spell Reflection is good to use to reflect CCs such as Polymorph, Cyclone, Hex, or Asphyxiate. This can help you from playing defensive to playing offensively very fast. One really good Spell Reflect can win you the match. And lastly, we have Vigilance. I use Vigilance if we are playing against a melee cleave like TSG or KFC. Just because there isn't much CC to reflect from them, I mean there is some, but Vigilance can save you in the long run against melee cleaves. Vigilance can be used on your healer or DPS. It reduces their damage taken by 30% and this lasts 12 seconds. It helps my healer heal us up very fast. I think it helps him a lot, especially with his cooldown spot. And we actually have one last defensive. It's not really considered defensive, but in the basic rotation video, I told you guys to make sure you always keep Thunderclap on your targets. This can be used defensively if that's not on the target and they're on, say, your healer or your mage or any other targets in there. They need to have that on them. Make sure you keep it on all your targets at all times so that they're not doing damage, especially the melee ones. That's what you need to have it on, so they're not killing your mage or they're not killing your priest. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. After this video, I'm going to make a series of using defensives against each DPS class you see in Arena. It's going to be all the specs that you see, probably not Fury Warrior because you don't really see that in Arena. I'm not going to do any tanks. But yeah, I'll try and do every single DPS class and show you guys how to use defensive ability against that class if they're focusing you really hard, how to play defensively against that class. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. If you guys think that's a good idea, then I'll go with it. If you guys think it's kind of a stupid idea, just let me know so I can think about it. But once again, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it helped you guys out a lot. I've never seen a defensive guide out there before, so this is all my material. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.